Hello and welcome to another episode of Tiksu to UniTartu. Today I'm joined by a postdoctoral student, Merce. Merce, would you like to introduce yourselves for us?
Hello, it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you very much for the invitation. I'm Merce, I'm Spanish, and I'm a postdoctoral, I have a postdoctoral fellowship here. I study physics, and more in particular, how gravity affects the images of black holes that we can see.
Okay.
So, first of all, what is a postdoctoral fellowship?
Yeah.
The first thing is, so I had my bachelor, then my master's, and then I had almost 4 years of PhD.
And this was all in physics?
Yes.
Okay.
So during the PhD, you start researching on a topic. In my case was how we can extend general relativity beyond what is established there, and how this affects, for example, black holes. So with this, of course, you get some independence, you start to research more in depth on a specific topic. And the thing is that you always try to go beyond the limits. But with postdoctoral research, you have even one step further in which you are starting to decide what you want to study on. And therefore, you create more ideas and you have more responsibilities.
Yeah.
Apart that usually you move to another country, so you are starting your life over and over.
Yeah. So what does your maybe everyday look like as a postdoc student?
So what I usually do is, what I was doing as I was in my bachelor, I would say. I wake up, I have breakfast, then I go to university, and mainly I have many meetings because it's when you start to collaborate with other people. So I have people from Mexico, also from here, Estonia. I have a master student that is going to be my PhD student now. She's now in Stockholm. She's Estonian. And yeah, I also have people from Spain, so from very different places.
Very multicultural, international. Yeah. So how did you choose the University of Tartu, and why did you come to Estonia?
So actually, I've been living here for 6 months, but I came here 5 years ago. So in 2021.
Okay. So you were living in Tallinn then before?
No, here in Tartu.
Oh, okay. So you left and then came back.
Exactly, because I basically fell in love with Estonia.
Yeah. Well, that happens.
Yeah. So how it went, it was because I was doing my PhD back then. And I was based in Madrid, Spain. And there we have something that is called international PhD, in which you can gain more experience by going to a different country. And back then, Estonia had some program which was called, no, it's not Mobilitas. Or perhaps it was Mobilitas.
I'm not sure.
Well, they had one program that it was for exchange of PhD students. And, I applied with a project with some researcher here, and we got it.
Okay.
So I was here actually for 3 months, but it was during COVID, so I had to do this PCR.
Yeah.
Then I had to have the quarantine for 1 week.
So it kind of cut your time pretty much.
Yes.
Yeah.
But at the same time was interesting because I feel that in Spain, so COVID there was really strong.
Yeah.
So we had many restrictions, while in here everything was much easier and everyone could go outside with almost no restrictions. So it was completely different.
Yeah. So you did your PhD and then you also did your, bachelor's, master's in Spain as well, or did
Exactly.
you? Okay, great.
Yeah.
And in terms of University of Tartu, what's one thing that you really like about studying here?
So I like a lot the culture. Even though I'm Spanish, I'm quite an introvert person. So for me, it's difficult to start on a conversation. But here I feel like everyone has its own space. So when we have a meeting, everyone waits until they are sure that everyone has said what they wanted to say. Or even, they give a space for people that it's not feeling so secure
Yeah.
to, talk. And that was something that I really liked because it's respectful for me,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But also I feel that, so in this research group, people was really curious about what I was doing, about physics, learning more, and even from cultures. So how is Spanish culture and the differences in all of this? So it's easy, to start conversations and everything because it's more from curiosity
Yeah.
more than any other.
Oh yeah, there's so many different groups of people, and they're always willing to go out there and make the effort to try to find out about you.
Yep.
Yeah. So in terms of your postdoc, could you tell me a little bit more about maybe what you're studying and maybe go into a little bit more for me, or is it
Yeah.
going to be too advanced?
I will try to lower a little bit.
Yeah,
if
you're
I'm going.
You're gonna need to for me.
Yeah, too fast. So the thing is that we have this general relativity that Einstein proposed, that it's that the matter bends space-time, and at the same time, this perturbed space-time tells us how the matter moves around this space-time curve. And what happens is that when we try, for example, to compare what we think the universe should be evolving, it's not completely explaining all the things. So there are some tensions between at the very beginning when the Big Bang started and at the very end when now everything is expanding, and there are things that they don't completely match. So in physics we have two options. One is to modify matter, so what we see, it's not exactly what matter is, there are more things that we cannot see. The other option is, okay, perhaps it's the theory that it's missing. So we have to think about other things. So there's plenty of theories trying to expand what general relativity assumes. I don't want to enter into more details.
No, go.
But the thing is that there are many different experiments to try to test these theories that I wanted to focus on one, which is this black hole image. I'm not sure if you remember in 2019, many newspapers published an image of, a dark circle with a ring, and it was like the first image of... So I'm trying to understand what is going on there. Yeah. How gravity affects the image and how the accretion disk that is there is affected by this modified gravity, and how all this together can be seen.
So how do you accomplish that in terms of like doing experiments and studying it from here on the ground, right?
So first, I'm theoretician. If I touch some experiment, most probably it will explode.
Yeah.
So what I do is, first of all, understanding the theories. And second, it's to understand the different problems that appear in the system that I want to study. So at the beginning, we start with simple models, and then little by little, we start to improve.
So what are some systems or maybe the nitty gritty of like the University of Tartu that's kind of helped you support some of your studies and, helps you, work on some of this stuff?
So actually, there are the news that the physics department, I think that it's the 1% top of the physics institute. If I'm not mistaken, I think that...
Sounds about right.
Yes. So this group is particularly good in modified gravity. But they are very theoretical. Meanwhile, I'm more what we call phenomenological, so try to see what are the observations and try to compare both things. So for me, it's good to be here because I feel that some part of me lacks this fundamental of mathematics and all the gravity. Yeah. While in here, they have a very big base in which they know a lot. So it's this interchange between now the need of explaining experiments because there's a global effort to build new telescopes, build new collaborations, and therefore science is going more to collaborative projects more than individual projects. So it's a good exchange between this phenomenology, try to see what observations tell, and the mathematical base that we have here.
Yeah, so there's definitely like a lot of support from other researchers in that sense. Okay, great. Yeah, and there's also like that the observatory out there. Have you gotten a chance to go out to the Tartu Observatory?
Yes, and actually in 3 days I will also go because there's an observation of the sun.
Awesome.
And some of my friends, they are organizing it.
Yeah,
so
that's one of my favorite places, to be honest,
Really?
at University of Tartu. It's a little bit outside the city,
Yeah.
but it's really cool. And if anybody's looking to get into any type of astronomy, there's a really, really strong program here at the University of Tartu. So
Yeah.
lucky to go out there.
But I was there, I don't know, 5 years ago, I think, when I came the first time. But I went by car, so I didn't know that train station is quite far away from the observatory.
Yeah.
But I think that it's also a nice walk.
Yep. Is there anything else about the University of Tartu that really makes it better for a career researcher, or maybe makes the environment a little bit better for you?
So I'm not sure if it's really the University of Tartu, but Estonia.
Yeah.
The good thing is that, well, for one side, the only way to come here as a postdoc is through the Marie Curie fellowships, which they are quite competitive. But the good point that Estonia has is that if you apply to this Marie Curie, then you have 2 other chances, because Estonia it's considered to one of these non-preferred countries, so it's easier.
Who said that?
Well, I mean, the population is not that big, right? And I wouldn't say that it's that well known.
Yeah.
So that's why I think that it's also good, because you have many opportunities. And yeah, you have many programs also.
Yeah, definitely. So you mentioned that you kind of fell in love with the culture here when you were only here for, 3 months minus your your quarantine. What were a few things about Estonia that kind of really made you want to come back?
Nature.
Nature.
Yes. So, well, when I came here, it was in November. I think that it's the 4th time that I come here.
Yeah.
So I've never been here in November, and actually I was afraid of the winter here.
Well, yeah, coming from Spain, it might be.
Yes, mainly for the lack of sun, and it was actually quite difficult. But now, I start to see everything, blooming and everything so green. And I'm starting to feel again why I loved so much this place, because it's really peaceful and quiet, but not the quiet that you would imagine being cold. No, it's quiet but relaxing quiet.
Definitely.
Yeah. And also the different type of green. So, now I'm seeing all the place.
Definitely. Do you maybe have a few specific places that you really like in Estonia that you could maybe shout out?
I think that one of my preferred places was Saaremaa.
Yeah.
We went there with my colleagues. We were there for 4 days in these traditional houses with, I don't know how they are called. So the ceilings that are made of...
like the straw.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
And it was really nice.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a different feel, like being on the island than, I don't know why I did air quotes. It is an island.
Yeah, and another thing that I really like is sauna.
Yeah.
So actually in the institute, they have also saunas, and most of the institutes here, they have, and it's really nice to be there and relax.
Yeah. Was there anything maybe more focused on Estonians as a group of people that maybe took you something a little bit longer to understand about them?
So I realized that I have a cultural problem with my supervisor, because when he tells me something, I said, and he thinks that he understands that I'm understanding it, but I'm not understanding it.
You're just listening.
Exactly. I'm like, I'm processing it. While in the other side, I talk, he doesn't say anything. So I didn't notice that he was processing. So I was, talking more and talking more, like I need to explain more, but he was just processing. And I have to tell him eventually that when I say, it's because I'm processing and I'm listening to him. It's not that I understood what he said.
I get that. I get that.
Yeah. But at the same time, so yeah, I don't talk that much usually. So I remember saying, well, there was the Christmas dinner in the institute. So I wanted to go there to talk with people and meet new people. But I was so afraid because, I'm an introvert, so I don't talk that much with people. So how I'm going to do it? And then my supervisor came and said, don't worry. It's true that you're more introvert in Spain, but here you would be more extroverted than the extroverts here. And I said, no, come on. Estonian extroverts should be more extroverted. It was not true.
No. So what do you think about the Christmas food, by the way?
So everything was in Estonian, so I did not understand that much what was going on. But it was nice. So in order to socialize, we had kind of a list of things that we had to mark. So ask people, are you an early owl? Or, So these kind of things that we needed to check. And then we would win a prize or something. So that was nice.
Does that happen when you get a bunch of researchers together? Or is that because everybody was Estonian?
I'm not sure. Perhaps I should go to more parties of different buildings.
Yeah.
Because it's also true that physicists, we are not also the most social people, right? So, yeah. But in this Christmas dinner too, they were, taking numbers and they were giving presents to the ones that got a number. But, the ones that were elected, they were going there and they were talking with the person in charge. Yeah. But, he says, my number. I have to go there. And all of a sudden I look at his face and he's like, she doesn't speak Estonian. And I had to say a poem. Yeah. Out of nowhere. I don't know any kind of English poem.
Yeah. I had the same thing. Like, I guess you're supposed to, when you get a gift at Christmas, you're supposed to stand up, sing a song, say a poem or something. Okay. Nobody told me this before my first Christmas either, so I had the same exact shock.
Okay, but then I started saying a poem that I really like in Spanish, but to make fun, which is called the Alquichov. So it's a very stupid poem. It's kind of funny. But I was saying this in front of everyone. I hope that no one was understanding Spanish because it was very ridiculous. Yeah. But in between, the person that was in charge was recording something in ChatGPT. Luckily, it was in Estonian, so it was not understanding that I was speaking Spanish. Yeah. And I was like, okay. It didn't understand anything. So good. Yeah. But he made me to repeat. And I was feeling so ashamed that he could understand what I was saying.
How many people were there?
Many. I would say 50 or something. So.
Well, I'm sure you made a good impression. Everybody remembers you now.
Yes, of course. If someone that was speaking Spanish, for sure he has a good impression of me.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you'd be surprised. The Estonians, they speak so many random languages. So there probably was somebody that spoke Spanish there. Yeah, they probably understood you. Yeah.
I didn't need to know that.
No, it's okay. If you were to leave Tartu tomorrow, what do you think would be one thing you would miss? Kind of came out of left field there, I know.
The thing is that this already happened to me. I feel people. Oh, yeah. But one of the things that we have as researchers and people that, we do postdocs is that every 2 years we have to move away. Because our fellowships are only for this time. So in academia, it's really difficult to be with the same people as you came. Yeah. The first time that I came here, I think that there's only 3 people that are the same. All the other group is away. So one of the things, it's the life here in Tartu with the people that we are, also the type of activities that we do here, trekking or going to lakes and swim. visiting the nature. So this is something that I will miss. Also the peace that this place gives me.
Yeah, absolutely. I do think it's nice though that we make so many different connections from people in different countries, and now I kind of feel like I can look at a map and be like, oh, if I were to ever visit this city, I know that guy that I studied with or that I met in Tartu. So I think that's like a good opportunity that you have.
Yeah, but also every year my group organizes a conference. So since I came here, I've been coming every single year, except
awesome.
one.
Okay.
Because I didn't have any type of contract, but all the others, I had an excuse to come back and meet everyone.
Well, so it sounds like you've been back and forth to Estonia a few times. So if you have any advice for somebody that was arriving to Estonia off the plane for the first time, what would you tell them?
I would say try to talk more with people. Because Estonians are really nice, but they are not the ones that they will start the conversation.
Yeah.
And most of them, I mean, they are really kind. And for me, I feel that I'm the most comfortable with Estonians.
Yeah, definitely. Sometimes you meet a new group of people here from a different country and you're not 100% sure.
Yeah, but also it's very difficult to know if they like you or not, because what you have learned in your culture, at least from the Spanish perspective, we give a lot of feedback. So here we're like, do they really like them? But most of the times,
well,
they like you, but they will perhaps give you less.
Yeah, definitely.
Feedback.
Well, we hope you come back to Estonia more and more. I mean, you're here for a little bit longer still, right?
Yes, I still have like 1.5 years.
Perfect.
Yes.
But after that, what's next for you? Professionally, personally, where you see yourself in the next few years once you finish your postdoc?
I'm not sure.
Not sure.
I'm currently really lost because, as I was saying, postdocs are changing every 2 years. Getting a professorship is quite difficult. So I'm not sure. I think that I cannot move anymore to a place in which I don't know anyone.
Yeah.
Because rebuilding your life, it's really difficult.
Yeah. And you've probably done that a couple times at this point now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
In the last 2 years, I think that I've been in 4 different countries. So visiting people, staying there for more than 1 month or 3 months. So it kind of destroys you personally, but at the same time rebuilds you in a different way, because you know more people, you know different countries, different cultures. So it's like all the time changing who you are in a way, but being who you are.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely get that.
So I'm not sure what I'm going to do.
What are you maybe most excited about to do in your next 1.5 years in Estonia? I mean, 1.5 years is plenty of time to figure it out too.
So I want to visit all the islands.
All the islands. There's like 100, 150. No, I know what you mean. The big ones.
The big ones. Yeah. Humo and
Kihnu?
Kihnu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good goal. I really like going out to the islands. It's great.
But also all the mainland. I would like to visit all the places that are called magic something.
The magic?
Yes. I think that there's a place called the Magic Well or something.
Oh, the Witch's Well, I think it's called.
Or also. But in Saaremaa there's also something that it's called magic. I don't know where it is. Or magic rocks or...
I think, is that the crater?
Could be.
Could be.
Yeah.
You should get there. You'll find it.
Yes,
I'm
but
sure.
Also one thing that I really like of Estonia is that they like a lot all these folklorists to this. And I also find out that they have something called signology, which is really interesting, which is the significance of the things. So all this folklore knowledge, for me it sounds really interesting, and I feel that they embrace it a lot, and they are really proud of it.
Yeah.
So I really like this, and also I feel that the way that they build cities or the way that they treat nature, it's really linked with this.
Yeah, no, I definitely think it's really cool. I think I've talked to a lot of like folklorists that do their degrees here. They always have such an interesting perspective, but I think it's so much fun. One of my favorite places is Taivaskoja, and you go out there and there's, a hole in the side of the cliff or something, and they're like, oh, this is the fairies' cave or something. Like every little, nook and cranny has a story about it. I think it's fun.
Yes, me too. And it's really lovely.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Definitely. Well, before we close it off, do you have anything else you'd maybe like to say to listeners, or maybe something you want somebody to remember if they're considering a postdoc?
Coming here to do a postdoc, I think that it's one of the, for me, best experience ever. So actually, before coming here, I was thinking to quit academia because this instability in life of moving every 2 years, it's really difficult for me. I would like to have, for example, a house or to buy a house. But, it's something that I keep postponing. But coming here, I feel that everyone is so welcoming. And what we were talking at the beginning, people ask you because they are curious about your research or who you are, from where you come. So coming to Estonia, I'm not even saying as a postdoc, but if you can come during your PhD, as I did as an exchange, or even to do the PhD, I think that it's a really good place to learn.
Yeah.
Because even though it's not that well known, there's a huge international community here. And also it's everything in petit comité. So it's easier to know everyone here and to help each other.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I would say that Tartu is a very good university to come here as either working as a researcher or studying. And you can see me that I have been coming here for 5 years in a row.
Keep coming back.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us today. We really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. This has been Tiksu to UniTartu.